The year is 2023. You wake up in your bed. Turn on the TV, watch some videos, scroll down some social media feeds, and fall back into the abyss of the algorithm. You're tired of it all. You want to hear something new, but what do you do when there's nothing new in the charts and everything sounds the same? Well, you grab your phone, put on your favorite pair of headphones, and listen to some music. And as the first notes of your favorite song fill your ears, you think to yourself, life would be so boring without music. But then you wonder, what if music was never invented? Would we even know how to live? Would we even be able to live at all? Welcome to Life Noggin. First off, there wouldn't be any music to set the mood. When people meet for the first time, they often exchange pleasantries while standing really close to each other. The small talk could get real awkward when one person brings up their weekend plans that include seeing a movie, going, dancing, or attending a concert. Not being able to share a song that reminds you of a significant other would lead to a lot of awkward moments like that. But hey, at least you'd save money on Spotify's premium subscription. Humans have been creating music for thousands of years, and according to research, our ancestors may have even used it to attract mates. So it seems natural that we evolved to love music. It's almost impossible to imagine our distant ancestors not creating music. Maybe Homo sapiens wouldn't have been able to attract the attention of potential mates without the help of a good beat. In that case, music may have played a vital role in the development of our species. If music was never invented, humans might have never made it past the mating ritual. And the species may have died out before it even got a chance to create agriculture, build pyramids, or invent the wheel. Without music, we may not have developed the ability to come together as a group and perform repetitive tasks, which would have made it nearly impossible to build large structures or fight off predators. Yeah, that makes sense. But we're still curious about one thing. What would cavemen do instead of listening to music? Would they binge watch Netflix? Could they even invent Netflix without music? That's a tough one. But let us say humans did somehow manage to make it to the modern day without ever discovering music. Our world would be extremely different from the one we live in now. There would be no songs to listen to on the radio, no soundtracks to accompany our favorite movies, and no music videos to watch on the weekends. Instead, every form of media would be completely silent. We'd have to read subtitles whenever we wanted to watch a movie, and TV shows would become incredibly slow. Most importantly, there would be no background music to set the mood. Imagine watching a scary scene in a horror movie with no music to build suspense. Or picture yourself walking through a long, dark hallway with no eerie soundtrack to accompany you. No music would make movies, TV shows, and video games significantly less enjoyable. Sure, stories would still be entertaining, but they just wouldn't have the same effect. Also, you can only watch so many black and white silent films before you wish there was some music to listen to. Just imagine how much more boring school would be without music. Recess would be painfully silent, and the lunch cafeteria would feel even more dreadful than it already does. The arts would never have developed either. Music is an art form that has existed for thousands of years. Without it, there would be no opera, no jazz, no classical music, no hip-hop, and no heavy metal. All art forms are connected by music in one way or another. So without music, we might not have had the creativity to develop other art forms. Artists need music to inspire them, and lyrics can be incredibly moving. There are even theories that Mozart's Sixth Symphony was inspired by aliens. So who knows what crazy things artists would come up with if music was never invented? We don't know where we'd be without music. But one thing's for sure, it would be a very different world. Thanks for watching Parallelish. I'm Nova, your guide through the unknown. Want to explore more timelines? Tap the playlist above and keep diving into the what-ifs. Until next time, stay curious.